Big mistake. In the vast darkness of space, a group of alien leaders sat around a big shiny table. They were the Galactic Council, the most powerful beings in the universe, or so they thought. "What about those humans on Earth?" asked Zork, a green alien with 3 eyes. "Should we worry about them?" Blurp, a blue blob with tentacles, laughed. "Humans? They're weak. They can't even leave their own planet without those clumsy rockets." The other aliens nodded and chuckled. They had been watching Earth for years. They saw wars, pollution, and silly cat videos. To them, humans looked stupid and helpless. "I say we attack them," said Glorp, a red alien with spiky hair. "We can take their planet easily. It has lots of water and resources we need." The council leader, a tall gray alien named Sino, raised his hand for silence. "Are we all agreed? Shall we attack Earth?" All the aliens shouted, yes. They were excited about their easy victory. Little did they know, they were making the biggest mistake in galactic history. Meanwhile, on Earth, things weren't as they seemed. In a secret underground base, General Sarah Johnson looked at a big screen. It showed the alien ships moving towards Earth. "They took the bait," she said with a smile. "They think we're weak." Next to her, Dr. Mike Chen nodded. "Our plan is working perfectly. They have no idea what's coming." For years, humans had known about the aliens. They knew an attack might come someday. So they made a clever plan. They pretended to be weak and silly. They hid their real progress and strength. In secret bases all over the world, humans built amazing spaceships and powerful weapons. They trained soldiers to fight in space. They even made special computers to hack alien technology. But on the surface, everything looked normal. People went to work, watched TV, and posted funny videos online. It was all part of the act. "How long until they reach us?" asked the general. Dr. Chen checked his tablet. "About 3 days. Our deep space sensors are working perfectly. The aliens have no clue we can see them coming." General Johnson smiled. "Good. That gives us time to get everything ready. Alert all bases. Tell them to prepare for Operation Surprise Party." Dr. Chen laughed at the code name. "I still can't believe we're calling it that." "Well, we are going to surprise them," said the general with a wink. Back in space, the alien fleet was getting closer to Earth. They had thousands of ships, each filled with weapons and soldiers. They thought it would be an easy fight. On the main ship, Admiral Zarg looked at Earth through a big window. "Look at that primitive planet," he said to his officers. "They probably still think they're alone in the universe." His second-in-command, Captain Yorp, nodded. "Yes, sir. Our scans show no space defenses at all. This will be easier than taking candy from a baby Xordlax." Admiral Zarg smiled, showing his sharp teeth. "Send a message to the Galactic Council. Tell them Phase 1 is almost complete. We'll start the invasion in 3 days." As the message was sent, the aliens felt very proud of themselves. They thought they were so smart and strong. They had no idea they were flying into a trap. On Earth, in the White House, the President of the United States sat in a secret room. Leaders from all over the world were on big screens around her. "My friends," she said, "the moment we've prepared for is here. The aliens are coming, just as we expected." The leader of China spoke up. "Are all countries ready? We must stand together." "India is prepared," said another leader. "Our hidden space fleet is ready to launch." One by one, leaders from every country reported that they were ready. For the first time in history, the whole world was united against a common enemy. The president nodded. "Good. Remember, we must keep acting normal until the last moment. The aliens must not suspect anything." As the meeting ended, the president looked out the window. The sky was blue and peaceful. Soon, it would be filled with the biggest battle in Earth's history. In homes around the world, people went about their daily lives. They didn't know about the alien fleet coming to attack them. They didn't know about the secret plans and hidden weapons. In New York, a hot dog vendor served customers in the street. In Tokyo, students laughed as they left school. In Rio de Janeiro, people danced at a street party. It all looked so normal, so peaceful, so weak. But underneath this calm surface, Earth was like a coiled spring, ready to jump. In hidden bases, soldiers checked their spacesuits. Scientists made final adjustments to advance weapons. Pilots ran practice drills in secret spaceships. The whole planet was waiting, watching, ready to reveal its true strength. As the alien fleet got closer, excitement grew among the invaders. They started to argue about who would get which parts of Earth after they conquered it. "I want the big desert," said one alien. "All that sand would be great for my collection." "Well, I'm taking the oceans," said another. "My people love water." Admiral Zarg listened to them with amusement. It was like listening to children divide up candy. These aliens had no doubt that they would win easily. But as they got closer to Earth, Admiral Zarg felt a strange feeling. Something didn't seem right. Earth looked too calm, too normal. "Captain Yorp," he said, "scan the planet again. Look for any signs of defense or unusual activity." Yorp looked surprised but did as he was told. After a few minutes, he shook his head. "Nothing, sir. It's just as primitive as we thought. No defenses, no space fleet, not even any satellites that could spot us." Admiral Zarg nodded, but the strange feeling didn't go away. "Keep watching closely," he ordered, "and be ready for anything." If only he knew how right he was to be worried. The aliens thought they were the hunters, but they were really the prey. They thought they were laying a trap, but they were flying right into one. The stage was set. The pieces were in place. Soon, the aliens would learn a hard lesson: never underestimate humanity. As Earth turned peacefully in space, it held its breath, waiting for the right moment to show its true power. The Galactic Council had made a big mistake, and they were about to find out just how big it was. Earth fights back. The day had finally come. Alien ships filled the sky, their massive forms blocking out the sun. People on Earth looked up in fear, pointing and screaming. It seemed like the end of the world. But it wasn't. It was all part of the plan. In the secret underground base, General Sarah Johnson watched the alien ships on the big screen. She picked up a red phone and said, "Mr. President, it's time." The president's voice came through clearly. "Understood, General. You have permission to launch Operation Surprise Party." General Johnson smiled and turned to her team. "You heard the president. Let's show these aliens what humans can really do." High above Earth, Admiral Zarg of the alien fleet was feeling very proud. "Look at them running around in panic," he said, watching the humans through a special camera. "This will be even easier than we thought." His second-in-command, Captain Yorp, nodded. "Shall we start the attack, sir?" "Yes," said Admiral Zarg. "Fire the warning shots. Let's scare them a little more before we take over." Huge laser beams shot from the alien ships, hitting empty fields and deserts. The aliens wanted to show their power without destroying anything important yet. But as the lasers hit the ground, something strange happened. The beams seemed to disappear into nothing. "What's going on?" yelled Admiral Zarg. "Why aren't we seeing any explosions?" Captain Yorp checked the scanners, looking confused. "Sir, it seems the humans have some kind of energy shield protecting their planet. Our lasers can't get through." Admiral Zarg couldn't believe it. "Impossible. These primitives can't have that kind of technology." Just then, alarms started blaring all over the alien ship. Back on Earth, in the underground base, Dr. Mike Chen grinned at his computer screen. "The energy shields are working perfectly, General," he said. "The aliens can't hurt us." General Johnson nodded. "Excellent. Now it's our turn. Launch the Earth Defense Fleet." All around the world, hidden doors began to open. In the middle of wheat fields, on top of mountains, and even under the ocean, Huge spaceships rose into the air. They had been hiding there for years, waiting for this moment. In New York, people watched in amazement as the Statue of Liberty split in half, revealing a massive spaceship inside. In Egypt, a pyramid opened up, and a shiny spacecraft flew out. Even in the small town of Boring, Oregon, a huge ship rose from what everyone thought was just an old barn. Within minutes, hundreds of advanced human spaceships filled the sky. They were sleek, fast, and armed with weapons the aliens had never seen before. In space, Admiral Zarg couldn't believe his eyes. "Where did all these ships come from?" he shouted. "Why didn't we see them before?" Captain Yorp was frantically pressing buttons on his control panel. "Sir, they must have had some kind of cloaking technology. Our scanners never detected them." Before Admiral Zarg could reply, a human voice came through their communication system. It was General Johnson. "Attention, alien fleet," she said calmly. "This is Earth Defense Command. You have entered protected space. Leave now, or we will be forced to defend ourselves." Admiral Zarg was furious. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. "Never," he shouted back. "Earth will be ours. All ships, attack." But as the alien ships started to move, the human fleet sprang into action. They moved with incredible speed, dodging the alien lasers like they were standing still. Then the humans started firing back. But they weren't using normal weapons. Beams of strange energy shot out from the human ships, hitting the alien vessels. At first, nothing seemed to happen. Then, one by one, the alien ships started to lose power. Their lights went out, their engines stopped, and they began to drift helplessly in space. "What's happening?" cried Admiral Zarg as the lights on his own ship flickered. Dr. Chen's voice came through the communication system. "Oh, just a little something we cooked up," he said cheerfully. "We call it the power drain beam. Hope you aliens don't mind floating in the dark for a while." On Earth, people cheered as they watched the battle on their TVs and phones. News reporters were going crazy, trying to explain what was happening. In an amazing turn of events, one excited reporter said, "It seems that humanity has had a secret space fleet all along. The alien invasion is being pushed back as we speak." In every city, in every country, humans were celebrating. They had been scared at first, but now they felt proud and strong. Their planet, their home, was fighting back and winning. Back in space, things were going from bad to worse for the aliens. More and more of their ships were being shut down by the power drain beams. The human ships were just too fast, too advanced. In a last desperate move, Admiral Zarg ordered his remaining ships to try to run away. "Retreat," he yelled. "Get us out of here." But it was too late. The human ships had them surrounded. In less than an hour, the entire alien fleet had been defeated. Thousands of alien ships floated powerless in space, like a bunch of giant, useless toys. Admiral Zarg sat in his dark ship, hardly able to believe what had happened. "How?" he whispered. "How could we have been so wrong about the humans?" In the underground base, General Johnson and her team were celebrating their victory. "Great job, everyone," she said with a big smile. "Earth is safe, thanks to all of your hard work." Dr. Chen was already looking at data from the battle on his tablet. "The power drain beams worked even better than we expected," he said excitedly. "And our ships didn't even get a scratch." General Johnson nodded, but she knew their job wasn't finished. "All right, let's start bringing in those alien ships," she said. "I think it's time we had a little chat with the Galactic Council." As the human ships began towing in the powerless alien vessels, the general looked up at the big screen. The image of Earth, beautiful and blue, filled the display. For the first time in history, humans were the most powerful species in their part of the galaxy. "I almost feel sorry for those aliens," Dr. Chen said with a chuckle. "They really had no idea what they were getting into." General Johnson smiled. "No, they didn't," she agreed. But I have a feeling they're going to learn a lot about humans very soon. And who knows, maybe we'll end up teaching the whole galaxy a thing or two. As the first captured alien ships were brought down to Earth, humanity prepared for the next phase of their adventure among the stars. The aliens had started this war, but the humans were going to finish it, and in ways no one in the galaxy could have imagined. Humans go on the attack. The world was buzzing with excitement. Humans had just beaten back a massive alien invasion, and now everyone wanted to know, what would happen next? They didn't have to wait long to find out. In a big room at the United Nations, leaders from all over Earth met to make a big decision. The President of the United States stood up to speak. "My fellow humans," she said, her voice strong and clear. "We've shown the galaxy that we can defend ourselves. Now it's time to show them we can do even more. I say we take the fight to them." The room erupted in cheers. It was time for humans to leave their solar system and explore the stars, whether the aliens liked it or not. In a secret base under the Rocky Mountains, a special team was getting ready for the biggest mission in human history. They were Earth's best fighters, chosen from every country and background. Their job: to lead humanity's first attack into alien space. Captain Maria Rodriguez looked at her team. There was Jack Chen, the tech wizard who could hack any alien computer. Next to him stood Olga Petrov, the toughest soldier Maria had ever met. And then there was Osai, a pilot so good he could fly anything, even spaceships they'd never seen before. "All right, team," Maria said. "This is what we've trained for. We're going to show those aliens that picking a fight with Earth was the biggest mistake they ever made." As they suited up in their advanced space armor, Dr. Emily Wong walked in. She was carrying a small, glowing cube. "Captain Rodriguez," she said with a smile, "I have a little surprise for you. This is the Babel Cube. It can translate any alien language instantly." Maria's eyes widened. "Any language, even ones we've never heard before?" Dr. Wong nodded. "That's right. And it works both ways. The aliens will understand you too." Maria grinned. "Oh, we're definitely going to have some interesting conversations." High above Earth, a fleet of human ships was preparing to leave. They weren't just warships. There were science vessels, diplomacy ships, and even ships designed to set up human colonies on new worlds. Admiral John Smith looked out at the fleet from the bridge of his flagship, the HSS Hope. It was the biggest and most advanced ship humans had ever built. "All ships report ready, Admiral," said his second-in-command, Commander Fatima Ali. John nodded. "Then let's make history. All ships, engage warp drive." In a flash of light, the human fleet disappeared into the depths of space. The counterattack had begun. Meanwhile, in a far-off part of the galaxy, the aliens were having a very bad day. The Galactic Council was in chaos. Representatives from different alien races were all shouting at each other. "How could you let this happen?" yelled a squid-like alien to the council leader, Xeno. "You said the humans were primitive." Xeno tried to calm everyone down. "Please, let's not panic. It was just one defeat. We can still." He was interrupted by a loud alarm. A scared-looking alien rushed into the room. "Honored council members," the alien said, shaking. "We've detected a large fleet of ships heading our way. And they're not ours." The room went silent. Then everyone started shouting again, even louder than before. Back in space, the human fleet was making good progress. They had already passed several alien outposts, but instead of attacking, they left behind small probes. On the HSS Hope, Commander Ellie looked confused. "Admiral, why aren't we attacking those outposts?" Admiral Smith smiled. "Because, Commander, we're not here just to fight. Those probes are part of Jack Chen's brilliant plan. They're hacking into the alien networks, gathering information, and spreading a little chaos." At that very moment, all across alien space, strange things started happening. On one planet, All the traffic lights turned green at the same time, causing huge traffic jams. On another, every alien's phone started playing Earth music, mostly classic rock. And on the Galactic Council's homeworld, all the big screens suddenly started showing human cat videos. In the council chamber, Sino was trying to make a call when his communicator started mewing at him. "What is happening?" he yelled in frustration. Back on the HSS Hope, Jack Chen was laughing as he watched the results of his hacking on a big screen. "Oh man, they have no idea what hit them." Captain Rodriguez walked onto the bridge, grinning. "Nice work, Jack. But now it's time for Phase 2. Quaim, are you ready?" Quaim OC cracked his knuckles as he sat at the pilot's seat. "Born ready, Captain. Let's show these aliens some real flying." With a flick of his wrists, Quaim sent the HSS Hope into a series of maneuvers that should have been impossible for a ship its size. They zoomed past confused alien patrols, loops around space stations, and even did a barrel roll around a small moon. Olga Petrov watched with a mix of awe and nausea. "Remind me to never play poker with Quaim," she said. "His bluffing skills are out of this world." Literally. As the human fleet got closer to the heart of alien space, they faced their first real battle. A group of alien warships tried to stop them. "All ships, battle formations," ordered Admiral Smith. "But remember, we're not here to destroy. Use the power drain beams." The space around them lit up with energy beams and explosions, but the human ships moved with incredible speed and teamwork. They ducked and weaved through the alien attacks, firing their power drain beams with perfect accuracy. One by one, the alien ships went dark and started drifting. The human fleet flew past them, leaving them floating but unharmed. On the Galactic Council's homeworld, Sino was watching the battle reports with growing fear. Nothing was working against these humans. Every plan, every weapon, every trick. The humans had an answer for everything. "Sir," said one of his advisors, "what should we do?" Sino slumped in his chair. "I think," he said slowly, "we should prepare to negotiate. We've made a terrible mistake in attacking Earth." Just then, a message appeared on the main screen. It was from the humans. "Greetings, Galactic Council," said Admiral Smith's voice. "We're approaching your world. We come with an offer of peace, but also a warning. The choice is yours. We await your response." As Sino stared at the screen, he realized that everything was about to change. The humans weren't just defending themselves anymore. They were reshaping the entire galaxy. And deep down, he wondered if that might actually be a good thing. Human smarts win. As the human fleet hovered near the Galactic Council's homeworld, both sides were nervous. Nobody knew what would happen next. But on the HSS Hope, Earth's best minds were hard at work, cooking up plans that would change everything. In a room full of blinking lights and hunting machines, Jack Chen sat hunched over a computer. His fingers flew over the keyboard so fast they were almost a blur. "How's it going, Jack?" asked Captain Maria Rodriguez as she walked in. Jack looked up with a big grin. "Captain, you're not going to believe this. I'm in." Maria's eyes widened. "You mean?" "Yep," Jack said proudly. "I've hacked into the main alien computer network. And let me tell you, it's wild in here." Meanwhile, in another part of the ship, Dr. Emily Wong was studying a piece of alien technology. It looked like a small, shiny ball. "What have you got there, Doc?" asked Olga Petrov, peering over Emily's shoulder. Emily held up the ball. "This, my friend, is going to revolutionize our weapons. Watch this." She pressed a hidden button, and the ball expanded into a complex-looking gun. Olga whistled. "Nice. But what does it do?" Emily's eyes twinkled. "Oh, you'll see. Let's just say the aliens are in for a big surprise." Back in the computer room, Jack was showing Maria what he found. "Look at this," he said, pointing to his screen. "The aliens have a massive library of scientific knowledge. Stuff about space travel, energy production, even how to terraform planets. Maria nodded, impressed. Can we use any of it? Use it? Jack laughed. Captain, with this information, we're going to leapfrog centuries of scientific progress in a matter of days. Just then, Quaim Osai burst into the room. Guys, you've got to see this, he said excitedly. The eggheads in engineering have come up with something crazy. Down in the ship's engineering bay, a group of human scientists were gathered around a strange-looking device. It was a mix of human and alien technology, glowing with an eerie blue light. What is that thing? Maria asked as she walked in. One of the scientists, a young woman named Sarah, stepped forward. We call it the gravity bender, she said proudly. It can manipulate gravity fields. We made it by combining our gravity wave detectors with some alien tech we found. And what can it do? Olga asked, eyeing the device suspiciously. Sarah grinned. Oh, all sorts of fun things. We can make ships lighter than air or heavier than lead. We can create force fields or even artificial wormholes for instant travel. The room fell silent as everyone realized the implications. With technology like this, humans would be unstoppable. While the humans were making these amazing discoveries, the aliens were getting more and more worried. In the Galactic Council chamber, Sino was listening to a report from his science team. Sir, said a nervous-looking alien scientist, we've detected multiple breaches in our computer networks. The humans are accessing everything. Xeno frowned. Can't you stop them? The scientist shook his head. We've tried, but their hacking techniques are like nothing we've ever seen. It's like they're not even using computers, more like they're thinking their way in. Just then, another alien rushed in. Council leader, he shouted. The humans. They're improving our technology. What? Sino asked, confused. What do you mean, improving it? The alien held up a device. This was one of our standard food replicators. The humans hacked into its blueprint and reprogrammed it. Now it can make any food from any planet, and it tastes better too. Xeno slumped in his chair. These humans were full of surprises. Back on the HSS Hope, the innovations kept coming. Jack had discovered the alien's universal translation matrix and had already improved it. Now, instead of just translating words, it could convey emotions and cultural nuances too. Dr. Wong had taken the alien weapon and turned it into something entirely new. I call it the Peace Ray, she explained to the team. It doesn't hurt anyone. Instead, it makes them feel calm and open to negotiation. Could come in handy, don't you think? Quain was excited about the new engines he and the engineering team had developed. With these babies, he said, patting a large glowing cylinder, we can cross the galaxy in a matter of hours. Faster than light travel. Ha! We're going faster than fast. As news of these human achievements spread through alien space, reactions were mixed. Some aliens were terrified, thinking the humans would use their new powers to conquer everything. Others were curious and excited, eager to see what these strange newcomers would do next. On one alien world, a group of young aliens started a human fan club, wearing T-shirts with pictures of Earth on them. On another, alien scientists begged their leaders to open communications with the humans, hoping to learn from them. Even the Galactic Council was changing its tune. Perhaps, said one council member, we judged the humans too quickly. Their creativity and adaptability could be a great asset to the galaxy. As the day went on, the HS Hope received a message from Earth. It was from the President herself. Great work, team, she said, her face beaming on the big screen. You've not only protected Earth, but you've opened up a whole new future for humanity. I'm authorizing you to begin peace negotiations with the Galactic Council. Show them what humans can really do when we put our minds to it. Captain Rodriguez looked around at her team. Jack with his computers, Emily with her inventions, Quain with his piloting skills, and Olga with her strength and courage. They had all played a part in this incredible victory. Well, folks, she said with a smile, Looks like we got a galaxy to improve. Who's with me? The cheer that went up could be heard all the way to the alien worlds. The humans weren't just smart. They were changing the very fabric of galactic society. And they were just getting started. As the HSS Hope prepared to dock with the Galactic Council's space station, aliens everywhere held their breath. The humans were coming, and nothing would ever be the same again. But maybe, just maybe, that was exactly what the galaxy needed. The big battle. The day had finally come. After all the planning and preparation, it was time for the big battle. The human fleet, led by the mighty HSS Hope, approached the main alien base. This base wasn't just any base. It was the headquarters of the alien military, the heart of their space operations. Captain Maria Rodriguez stood on the bridge of the HSS Hope, looking out at the massive alien structure. It was shaped like a giant octopus, with long arms stretching out into space. "Impressive, isn't it?" said Admiral John Smith, standing next to her. Maria nodded. "It is, but so are we. Are all ships in position?" The Admiral checked his tablet. "Yes, Captain. It's time to show these aliens what humans can really do." Deep inside the alien base, alarms were blaring. Alien commanders rushed around, shouting orders. On their main screen, they could see the human fleet approaching. "How did they find us?" yelled the alien general, his three eyes blinking rapidly in panic. "This base is supposed to be secret." A young alien officer stepped forward. "Sir, it seems they followed our own ships here. They've developed some kind of super advanced tracking system." The general groaned. These humans were always one step ahead. Back on the HSS Hope, Jack Chen was busy at his computer console. "Captain," he called out, "I've hacked into their defense systems. On your command, I can shut down their shields." Maria smiled. Jack's hacking skills had been invaluable throughout their journey. "Good work, Jack. Stand by." Next to Jack, Dr. Emily Wong was making final adjustments to a strange-looking device. "The Harmony transmitter is ready," she reported. "It should disrupt their communication systems and create confusion among their forces." Olga Petrov checked her weapons. "Peace Ray is charged and ready," she said with a grin. "Let's make some aliens happy." In the pilot's seat, Quaim Osei cracked his knuckles. "All ships report ready for the gravity dance, Captain," he said. "Just say the word." Maria took a deep breath. This was it. "All right, team. Let's do this. For Earth." The battle began with a spectacular light show. The human ships suddenly split into 3 groups, each one glowing a different color: red, blue, and green. Inside the alien base, commanders watched in confusion. "What are they doing?" one asked. Suddenly, the red ships zoomed forward at impossible speeds, weaving between the base's defensive weapons. The blue ships hummed back, firing strange energy beams that seemed to pass right through the base's shields. And the green ships disappeared completely. "Where did they go?" shouted the alien general. "Find those green ships." But it was too late. The green ships, using their new cloaking technology, had already snuck into the base's docking bays. On board the HS Hope, Maria watched the battle unfold. "Now, Jack," she commanded. Jack's fingers flew over his keyboard. "Shields down," he shouted triumphantly. At the same moment, Emily activated her Harmony transmitter. Immediately, the alien communications filled with strange, peaceful music. Many alien soldiers suddenly felt very calm and didn't really want to fight anymore. "Olga, you're up," Maria called. Olga fired the peace ray at the main command center of the alien base. A wave of pink energy washed over it. Inside, the alien general suddenly sat down and smiled. "You know," he said to his surprised officers, "maybe fighting isn't the answer. Has anyone ever tried talking to these humans? They seem nice." Meanwhile, Quain was leading the fleet in what he called the gravity dance. Using the new gravity bender technology, human ships were zipping around in ways that should have been impossible. They looped and swirled, dodging alien attacks with ease. Some of the younger alien pilots watched in awe. "That's so cool," one of them said. "I wish we could fly like that." As the battle raged on, something unexpected happened. A group of aliens, mostly younger ones and scientists, began to rebel against their own leaders. They had seen what humans could do and were impressed. "Stop fighting," they shouted, waving makeshift white flags. "We want to learn from the humans, not fight them." More and more aliens joined in, until a large part of the base was cheering for the humans. They waved, made peace signs, and some even tried to take selfies with the human ships in the background. Seeing this, Maria made a bold decision. "Cease fire," she ordered. "Let's show them we come in peace." The human ships stopped attacking. Using their new translation technology, Maria broadcast a message to the entire base. "People of the galaxy, we are humans from Earth. We don't want to fight. We want to share knowledge, make friends, and explore the universe together. Who's with us?" The response was overwhelming. Cheers erupted from all over the alien base. Even many of the alien soldiers laid down their weapons and joined in. In the end, the big battle turned into a big party. Humans and aliens mingled, sharing stories and comparing technologies. Jack was surrounded by alien computer experts, all amazed by his hacking skills. Emily was deep in conversation with alien scientists, discussing new inventions. Quayne was giving flying lessons to excited alien pilots. And Olga was arm wrestling with some tough-looking aliens, and winning. As Maria watched all this, Admiral Smith walked up to her. "Well, Captain," he said with a smile, "I'd say this mission was a success, wouldn't you?" Maria nodded, grinning. "Yes, sir. But something tells me our adventure is just beginning." She was right. News of what happened at the alien base spread quickly across the galaxy. Soon, ships from hundreds of alien worlds were approaching Earth, not to fight, but to visit and learn. The age of human isolation was over. A new era of galactic cooperation and adventure was just beginning. And it all started because humans used their smarts to turn enemies into friends. As the celebrations continued, humans and aliens alike looked up at the stars with new eyes. The galaxy was a big place, full of mysteries and wonders. And now, they would explore it together. The Galactic Council had indeed made a big mistake in underestimating humans, but it turned out to be the best mistake they ever made. Making new friends. After the big battle that turned into a big party, things in the galaxy were changing fast. Humans were no longer the new kids on the block. They were the cool kids everyone wanted to hang out with. On the HSS Hope, Captain Maria Rodriguez was busy. She had meetings with aliens from all over the galaxy. Some looked like giant talking trees. Others were like colorful clouds that floated in the air. And a few even looked a bit like humans, but with blue or green skin. "Who knew we'd become so popular?" Maria said to Admiral Smith as they walked to another meeting. The Admiral chuckled. "Well, Captain, it turns out being smart and friendly is a good way to make friends, even in space." In a big meeting room, Maria sat at a round table with leaders from 5 different alien races. Jack Chen was there too, using his super translator to help everyone understand each other. A tall, skinny alien with 4 arms stood up. "Greetings, humans," he said. "I am Zix from the planet Quandor. We have amazing farms that can grow food in any environment. We'd like to trade with Earth." Maria smiled. "That sounds great, Zix. Earth would love to try your space vegetables. In return, we can offer you our music and art. I hear alien teenagers are crazy about human pop songs." Zix's eyes lit up. "Oh yes, my daughter won't stop singing Baby One More Time. It's a deal." Next, a small furry alien that looked like a talking teddy bear spoke up. "Hello, I'm Fluffles from the Cuddlin Empire. We're the best shipbuilders in the galaxy, but your gravity technology is amazing. Can we work together?" "Absolutely." Maria said. "I'm sure we can learn a lot from each other. Maybe we can build a new type of ship that's better than anything the galaxy has seen before." Fluffles clapped his paws excitedly. Yay! New friends and new ships. As the meeting went on, more and more deals were made. Humans agreed to share their computer technology with a race of super-smart dolphins from an ocean planet. In return, the dolphins promised to teach humans the secrets of controlling weather. A group of rock-like aliens offered to help humans build unbreakable materials. Humans offered to show them how to make ice cream. Both sides thought they got the better deal. By the end of the day, Earth had made alliances with over 20 alien races. The galaxy was becoming a friendlier place, all because humans decided to use their smarts to make friends instead of fighting. But not everyone was happy about this. Some of the meaner alien races, the ones who liked to bully others, were getting angry. In a dark, smoky room on a far-off planet, leaders of these mean aliens were having a heated argument. "This is terrible," shouted Gronk, a big, ugly alien with sharp teeth. "If everyone becomes friends with the humans, who will we boss around?" "We must stop this," yelled Zlob, another mean alien who looked like an angry potato. "Let's attack the humans and their new friends." But then, something unexpected happened. Gronk turned to Zlob with a snarl. "Wait a minute. Why should you be in charge? I'm meaner than you." Zlob gasped. "No, you're not. I'm the meanest. I eat rocks for breakfast, without any milk." Soon, all the mean aliens were fighting each other, trying to prove who was the meanest. They were so busy arguing that they forgot all about the humans. Back on the HS Hope, Jack Chen was watching all this on his computer. He turned to Captain Maria with a grin. "You won't believe this, Captain. The mean aliens are too busy fighting each other to bother us." Maria laughed. "Well, that's one problem that solved itself. Now let's focus on our new friends." Just then, Dr. Emily Wong rushed in, looking excited. "Captain, you've got to see this. Our new alien friends have some amazing ideas for improving our technology." She held up a small device that looked like a mix between a phone and a banana. "This can call anyone in the galaxy, order pizza, and peel itself." The Cudlins and the Quandorians worked together to make it. Olga walked in, carrying what looked like a feather duster. "Check this out," she said. "It's a new weapon the rock aliens helped design. It tickles enemies until they surrender." Quain was the last to arrive, his eyes wide with excitement. "Captain, the dolphin aliens just showed me how to fly a ship through a sun without getting burned. Can we try it? Please." Maria looked at her team, then at the star-filled view outside the ship's window. The galaxy had changed so much in such a short time. Humans had gone from being unknown to being the center of a new galactic friendship club. "Well, team," she said with a smile, "it looks like we have a lot of exciting work ahead of us. Making friends is turning out to be the biggest adventure of all." As if to prove her point, a message popped up on the main screen. It was from a group of aliens who looked like giant friendly spiders. "Greetings, humans," the lead spider alien said. "We hear you're the coolest species in the galaxy now. Want to come to our planet? We're having a galactic friendship wed warming party." The whole crew laughed. Life in the galaxy was certainly never going to be boring again. As the HSS Hope set course for the spider planet, humans and aliens all over the galaxy were learning, laughing, and growing together. The universe was full of wonders, and now, thanks to human smarts and friendliness, everyone was going to explore it together. Even the mean aliens, once they stopped fighting each other, might learn that being friends was a lot more fun than being bullies. After all, in a galaxy full of amazing creatures and fantastic adventures, who had time for being mean? The future was bright, the stars were waiting, and humanity's greatest journey was just beginning. And the best part, they were bringing all their new friends along for the ride. Humans saved the day. The galaxy was buzzing with excitement. It had been 1 year since humans burst onto the galactic scene, and things had never been the same. Earth, once an unknown little planet on the edge of space, was now the place to be. Spaceships from all over the galaxy filled the skies above Earth. They weren't there to fight, but to visit, learn, and make friends. Earth had become the coolest vacation spot in the universe. In New York City, a group of aliens that looked like walking crystals were taking selfies in front of the Statue of Liberty. In Tokyo, some fluffy aliens with 6 eyes were trying sushi for the first time. And in Rio de Janeiro, a bunch of blue aliens were learning to dance samba. Who knew Earth would become so popular? Laughed Maria Rodriguez, now an ambassador for Earth, as she watched the scenes on a big screen. Admiral John Smith, standing next to her, nodded. It's amazing what can happen when you use your brains to make friends instead of enemies. But it wasn't just Earth that had changed. The whole galaxy was different now, thanks to humans. The old Galactic Council, which used to boss everyone around, was gone. In its place was a new group called the United Galaxies, and everyone had a say in how things were run. Today was a big day. The first meeting of the United Galaxies was about to start, and it was happening on Earth. In a massive new building that looked like a mix between the United Nations and a spaceship, representatives from thousands of planets gathered. The room was a riot of colors, shapes, and sizes. Some aliens floated, some rolled, some had so many arms they looked like octopuses. At the center of it all were the humans. Captain Maria Rodriguez, Admiral John Smith, and the rest of the HS Hope crew were there as Earth's representatives. The President of Earth stepped up to the podium. She looked out at the sea of alien faces and smiled. Friends from across the stars, she began, welcome to Earth, and welcome to the first meeting of the United Galaxies. The room erupted in cheers, roars, and other alien sounds of approval. As the meeting went on, it became clear how much humans had changed things for the better. Jack Chen presented a new galactic internet that would let everyone in the galaxy communicate and share knowledge. And the best part, he said with a grin, is that it comes with unlimited data and no roaming charges, even if you're roaming to another galaxy. The aliens cheered. No more expensive space phone bills. Dr. Emily Wong showed off a new medical device that could cure almost any disease. We combined human medical knowledge with healing techniques from 50 different alien races, she explained. Now, getting sick is so last light year. Aliens who used to fear even a common cold clapped their various appendages in joy. Quaim Osi unveiled plans for a new type of spaceship that could travel faster than ever before. With these babies, he said, patting the ship's blueprint, you could have breakfast on Earth, lunch on the other side of the galaxy, and be back for dinner. Aliens who once thought their far-off planets were too isolated to join in galactic events suddenly realized they could pop over to Earth for coffee anytime they wanted. But it wasn't just about cool new gadgets. Humans had brought something else to the galaxy, a sense of fairness and fun. Olga Petrov, who everyone thought was just tough, surprised everyone by suggesting a galactic Olympics. We can have sports from every planet, she said. Imagine zero-gravity soccer or underwater chess. The idea was a hit. Aliens who once competed for resources now looked forward to competing in sports instead. Even the planet of the mean aliens, who had been fighting among themselves, was changing. A group of human peace workers had visited them and introduced them to the idea of comedy roasts. Now, instead of actually being mean, they had competitions to see who could come up with the funniest insults. They were still snarky, but in a way that made everyone laugh. As the meeting of the United Galaxies continued, more and more aliens stood up to talk about how humans had helped them. A small, shy alien from a planet that was always dark said, "The humans taught us about music. Now, instead of being scared of the dark, we dance in it." A big, tough-looking alien admitted, "I used to solve all my problems by stomping on them. The humans introduced me to yoga. Now I'm flexible in body and mind." Even Sino, the former leader of the old Galactic Council, spoke up. "I thought humans were primitive," he said. "But they taught me the most advanced idea of all. that being kind is stronger than being powerful. As the day went on, it became clear to everyone that humans hadn't just saved themselves from the alien invasion. They had saved the whole galaxy from being boring, unfair, and lonely. The president of Earth stood up one last time. "Friends," she said, "we humans are honored to be part of this amazing galactic family. We promise to always use our creativity, our courage, and our compassion to help make the galaxy a better place for everyone." The room filled with the biggest cheer yet. Aliens hugged each other and themselves, in the case of the aliens who were basically giant amoebas. Some cried tears of joy, or happy slime, depending on the species. As the first meeting of the United Galaxies came to an end, everyone knew that a new age had begun. An age of friendship, discovery, and endless possibilities. And it all started because humans decided to be smart and kind, even when facing a whole galaxy of challenges. As the aliens left Earth to go back to their home planets, they all carried a little bit of humanity with them. Some had learned to tell jokes, others had discovered the joy of pizza, and all of them had learned that making friends was the greatest adventure of all. The galaxy would never be the same again. And that was awesome.